this is Bharti. Welcome to our VBS EdTech YouTube channel. Today, I'll be teaching you a very important tool that is Adobe Illustrator, which is basically used for making illustrations, for making logos, banners for your website, and also to do few of the UI and UX activities. So let's start. Let's jump into our screen and let's see the dashboard of Illustrator. So when you have installed Illustrator, you can do it by paying. And also, if you do not have that much amount in your hand for now, you can download the cracked version, which is available in online mode. And after that, this is something you will be able to see onto your dashboard. So these are few projects which I was working on. Leaving these things, let's move it into a new dashboard. So when you come here, you have an option which is create new or open. If you go, there are some projects which you would have saved in your system, right? So all those things come into the open part. So the major difference between a cracked version of Adobe Illustrator and a real version of Adobe Illustrator is not much more, but the difference is the cloud. So if you have a paid version of Adobe Illustrator, you get the cloud access. Cloud access in the sense the projects which you have worked on Adobe Illustrator would be saved onto the cloud. So you do not have to save it into your local system. But when you have it a cracked version, this feature of Adobe is not there with you. So I would suggest you to use a free version when you do not have that much amount. But once when you have started getting some amount of money from Adobe Illustrator, using Adobe Illustrator, you can definitely pay a good amount to Adobe Illustrator, to the creators who have done it, right? Okay, so let's start it. So here, and when you come, there are some start a new file that is nothing but a few templates of like letter, which is into 612 into 792 points. I'll be explaining you about the different units we can use, like PT, that is point, and we have pixels, and there are few more which I'll be explaining. So these are few ready-made templates, you can say, of common things like iPhone X, HDV, HDTV, and comments, and then postcards, letters, and there are more. Okay, so when you come here, you have the saved ones will be like the ones which you have used. So I have never used a template from Adobe Illustrator. That is why the screen is blank for me. When you go to mobile, you have different dimensions of mobile. Like we can start with iPhone X, which is 1125 into 2436 pixels. You have phone that is 1242 into 2208 pixels. We have iPhone, and then we have Google Pixels, we have Apple Watch, we have Surface Pro, we have Apple Watch that is 38 mm, and many more screens available here. Next, when you go to web, we have a common screen, we have a web large, we have web, we have minimum, we have MacBook. Okay, this is the way there are some screens templates are already present. When you go to print, you have a letter, you have a A4, you have B4, and all the size are present as a template here. When you go to film and video, also there are some screens which are already here. There is art and illustration, under which you can get postcards, posters, and a few more things are there. Okay, you do not have to choose every time out of this. You can customize your width and height according to your requirement. Okay, so here you just give a name for your project. So we can give as project 1. Okay. Next comes the width and the height of the artboard which you are selecting. Okay. So the artboard, you can take it as a plain board, like a pin board where you pin your A4 sheet paper to write something on it, to draw something on it, right? So the artboard is nothing but such kind of a board on which you place a paper or card to draw or write into it. And then we have different units starting with pixels, we have points, we have picas, we have inches, feet and inches, yards, millimeters, centimeter, meter. These are all the units which are available in the Adobe Illustrator. So let's start with the pixels. Again, you have an orientation, that is you want a landscape or you want a portrait. Okay, so you can choose any one of those according to your requirement. Again, you have limit here to add. So suppose you want to add just one artboard, you have an option to add one artboard. And for example, if you need two same artboard for adding images on the same dimensions, we can select here as two. As two. Again, if you want six, you can add as six, right? So let's start with four. For example, I'm just taking four. And then you have here bleed option, that is nothing but it gives you a margin of top, left, bottom, right. Okay, so you can put whatever you want as a margin, something like that. Okay, so you can take that. So this is a pen option, that is nothing but you can just see here, if I give 12, other top I have given is 12. So in the left it is 0, bottom it is 0, right it is 0. But when I click here, everything becomes 12. Okay, got it? The use of this icon. Okay, so let's keep it 12 for, let's keep it 0 for everything for time. Let's take it 0 only. Okay, we have again advanced options, which is color mode. So whenever you are doing something which has to be print, we always go for CMYK color. And something which you have to use it digitally, we are not going to take a print of it anytime in the future. We always choose a RGB color format. Okay. Next, we have raster effect. So you can give as high, medium, screen, 36 ppi. Okay, so always try to choose according to like screen, or you can choose high. So when you choose a high medium, the image which you will be downloading in future after completing it would be in a higher size, then the KB or MB size will always increase for it. Okay, so keeping that in mind, you can select this process. Okay, and that's all. Okay, and that's all, and you can just create it. Let's do it. Okay, so this is the one. This is the one we got. Let's go here. This is the one we have got, right? So now we are into our main screen, the main dashboard for Adobe Illustrator, the home screen. So in here, this is the home icon. You have file, you have edit option. Okay, under edit, you have different thing like paste in front, paste in back, paste in place. All these options you can get it under the edit option. Okay. When you go to objects, you have all these options like shape, pattern, repeat, blend. All these options are there under the object option. Then we have type. All these options are there in types. Under select, you have these things under effect. You have these texturize, pathfinder. Don't worry about everything, so many things. We basically use very few things in all this entire dashboard, and I'll be explaining you about all these things which are important in future classes. In today's class is just to let you know about the environment of Adobe Illustrator. Okay, again on the effect, we have all these options where you can give a blur effect, you can give a brush stroke, you can distort. Okay, these are all effect, texture effect. You can give all these effects. And then to view, we have all these options like screen mode. You can give a normal screen mode, or you can give a full screen with menu bar model. All these options are available here. Okay, and then when you go to Windows, there are all these options like layers, libraries. All those options are available in here. Okay, so and on the left hand side, we have the first one, that is the selected tool. Okay, and the second one, you have direct selection tool. Okay, you can just use it. Next is the pen tool, and then we have the curvature tool. I'll be explaining you about all these tools coming in the future classes. I will show you how to use each and every tool for your work. This is the shape tool. In here, you can select the other tools as well. When you right click, you have eclipse tool, polygon tool, star tool, line tool. All these options are available here. Here, when you go to brush, there are again three types of, this is a pencil tool. And again in brush tool, we have two different kind of brush tools. Okay, so then coming to this is just a normal text box. You can type anything here. Okay, this is selection tool. So you can come back here to deselect. Again, we have a eraser tool. We have a shape builder tool. In using shape builder tool, we can combine multiple shapes. Okay. I'll be explaining you all this into the next class. Okay. This is a eyedropper tool. So if you have two rectangles and you want to choose the color for the second rectangle as the first one, we can do this. Okay. We can use this one. And then we have blend tools, so we can blend shades, colors into that. This is the artboard tool. So if you want one extra artboard here, you can choose, make it using this tool. Okay. So these are the basic things. There are some other tools also. Basic ones I have covered. Okay. Okay, and then when you come to the right hand side, these are the properties. Now, suppose on the text type, if I click, it shows me the transform, that is in x-axis where it is, in y-axis where it is, and then in width and height, how much it is from in that artboard. It gives you the appearance, that is the color which we have used. Then it shows you the stroke if we would have applied any. It shows you the opacity, and then it shows you the font which we have used, which can be changed. Again, when you have regular, it shows you the regular one. Okay, suppose if you choose any other font here, let me choose Roboto. So when you come to the Roboto, we have bold, we have regular. Okay, it is to 12 points, that is the 12 point. Okay, and then you have the spacing, you have the spacing between the letters, so you can increase it if you want to get increased. Okay, same thing, you can choose whichever you want out of these alignments. There are different alignments available. Okay, this is done. And then when you come to layers, it shows you how many layers are there, right? So in this artboard, we are into this artboard currently. You can see, right? This artboard is selected. So how many layers are there? Currently, there is only one, that is the text layer. So it shows you the text layer. You can also name here as the text layer. Okay, you can always do that. It is easy for someone who will be coming next and working on this one. Same screen. Okay, so this is the basic information about the Adobe Illustrator dashboard. In next video, I'll be showing you the live examples of few shapes or some things, which will include the usage of these tools. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe our channel. Please like our video. Please share it with your friends so that it will be helpful for them as well. Thank you for watching.